What's up, guys? My name is Shalom, and I'm the movie mind. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, that's probably because it's the first video. So, anyways, welcome. I only recently started watching Nollywood movies as Nigerian movies, which a lot of Nigerians don't watch for good reason. And there are some really good ones. Yeah, and I don't know, because I tried to be a nice person. I decided to watch a bunch of them, even the very cringe ones, so that I can come up with a list of the ones that I think anybody would enjoy. So without wasting too much time, here is 10 Nollywood movies I think will be worth your watch. Also, side note, if you're used to me on Instagram, I'll be changing the rating system kind of a bit. So instead of using numbers now, we're going to be using first class, second class upper, second class lower, third class, and get the fuck. So let's get right into it. Okay, first on the list we have Lionheart, one of my favorite Nigerian films of all time.
You must be a proud father. Of course, I'm immensely proud of my daughter. She's her father's daughter.
This film is so well produced, and the comedy doesn't rely on stupidity for us to laugh, and that's not common in Nollywood. Like, that's not common at all. If you see a funny movie and there are not daft characters inside for your entertainment, it's probably not a Nigerian movie. But the comedy here is really refined, the performances are really good, the production is splendid. Like, there's an attention to detail you don't usually get from Nigerian movies that just makes the whole thing feel more relatable. And then the story arc of the main character, played by our queen Genevieve, was just, it was great. It was really good. So in terms of my rating, I would give this movie a first class. Next on the list we have Up North, which was honestly a very average movie.
What's up, Daddy-O?
I mean, Ranky W is quite the charismatic lead. Like, it feels good to watch him when he's on screen. But in the film, the story was mostly very heavy. I'm pretty sure most of us have seen something like that before. Even me that didn't watch many Nigerian movies before I saw it. But the production of this film, like I can rewatch. I've seen this film like twice because of how good it looks. Most of the time, I mean, there was one disgrace of a night scene that, if you watch the movie, I'm sure you remember. But overall, it was a pretty average movie with very, very clean production that I really liked. And I liked the soundtrack too. There was a way they just made it feel like the music was from where the film was set, which is what a soundtrack is supposed to be. You should not be hearing Gongaso in the East. I'm pretty sure I pronounced that wrong, but whatever. So in terms of rating, this film is second class upper. It does well, just not quite at that level of greatness yet. Next on the list we have Sylvia. I think the production of this movie is trash. But I didn't exactly watch the most legal version of the story, so it's possible I just got an unclear version, if you know what I mean. Let me not cover myself. Anyways, I think the production is quite bad. The acting is the film tries to be Hollywood a lot, and I think we all know how that goes. Yeah, the film tries to be Hollywood a lot, but in the moments where it doesn't, it is a shamelessly Nigerian story in all the best ways. Like, this is type of, like, everybody knows the spirit husband thing that we've all heard growing up, whether it's play or it's something they actually use to scare you. But, like, I don't know, the way they just presented it made it. I was proud of the story. The performances, their accents, the trying to create Hollywood moments was there. So this movie is also a second class upper, and I would say it just barely made it there, but it's there all the same. Next movie we have on this list is Sugar Rush.
Where
you're someone that thinks, like, overthinks things like me, Sugar Rush is a very stupid movie.
You spent 150,000 US dollars in 3 days.
But it relies on the fact that you don't have to think about it until after you have seen it. And while you're watching this film, it's a lot of fun. But if you think about it seriously, then it's pretty stupid. Like the story is but maybe, just maybe, the film wasn't made for you to think too much. You know? And the film was a lot of fun. Maybe the end was a bit but the film was pretty good. So also second class upper. The next movie is The Figurines, or Araromire, or I'm not sure. I'm not Yoruba. Anyways, this movie is an instant classic. Like, you don't even need to think. Once you finish it, you're like, this is art. This is very good. This is the first film that got me on Kunle Afolayan's stuff, and I think I've seen like 5-6 of his movies now. And let's say there's only one I didn't really like. It wasn't bad. It's not my thing. So this movie is instant classic. Like it's a shameless Nigerian story, much like Sylvia. In fact, better than Sylvia. And then the performances were so much better. Like there was, like, it's not perfect, obviously, but it was so much better in so many ways. And the only problem I had with the film was the twist. Like, the film felt drawn out at the point because the twist took too long to occur. But by the end, it was a very nice watch. This one is also second class upper. Remains small for it to enter first class. The next movie is October 1, which is currently my favorite Nigerian movie ever. Like, ever. Screw you, that's not a Nigerian movie.
My educated opinion tells me independence has arrived 10 years too early.
So this is my favorite, like my all-time favorite Nigerian movie at the time. Like, I haven't, let's say I've seen 20, 30 Nigerian movies at this point. Like, the ones that are bad, I tell myself I've not watched it. Anyways, October 1 is like my favorite Nollywood movie at the time. The movie is also by Kunle Afolayan, funny enough, and unlike the other one where the twist took too long to come out, in this one the twist was revealed a little too soon. I mean, I don't know, it's kind of, it didn't kill the tension, but it messed with it a bit to the mid-section of the film. But the acting here is so refined. Like, I was so impressed with the performances, especially given the fact that I've not seen a lot of these faces before. The production was interesting. The story was also very well paced. Like, my god, I don't know, there was just a way it was just that twist thing. Other than that, I don't really have any qualms with the movie. Well, not any serious ones. So this movie, I didn't need to think about it as a first class film. You know, there are first class students that will be on like 4.5 and be crying that they're not on 5.0. This one, if it's on 4.5, it takes it and rolls with it and sustains it. I like this movie. Shout out to Kunle Afolayan. Next up is Living in Bondage. They say you can't reinvent the wheel, but this film does that, and very well.
Are you ready to get your key? What key, sir? Key to the good life.
The moment I found out this was a remake, I was like, wow, it's a story, you know, like everybody knows this kind of story, but it felt fresh, and this film was perfectly casted. Everybody was perfectly fit for the role they were given, which is props to the casting director, whoever that was. Sorry, I didn't find out. Anyways, perfectly cast movie. Ramsey Noah was easily my favorite actor in this one, and which makes sense because he was the director. Of course, he will know how to make himself look better. So yeah, the story is not original, but it was told in a way that almost feels new, even if it really isn't. And it manages to end on a note that is both suspense-filled and satisfying. Like, when I finished, I was just wondering if this movie was a lucky shot, because damn. Next up is Fourth Republic.
There is fire in you that I really like.
Were you raised to be stupid?
This was an interesting title for a film. If you've been following my ratings, you probably know that this didn't get as high of a score as the others. And that's only because the film, in my opinion, lacked, let me not say it lacked focus. The character it chose to focus on was not a very compelling one. Like, it was Enyina Nwigwe, his character anyways. His performance, I actually quite enjoyed his performance now that I think about it. But the character wasn't the type of character that carries the story. So it didn't really, it felt like the film didn't really have a main character. That's the only reason why it didn't have a low grade. This movie is not a great movie, but it's a really solid one. So this movie is also a 2-1, but it benefits from the fact that, like Abati says, 2-1 is a wide range. Next up, we have the CEO, another hit by our main guy, Kunle Afolayan.
Self-elimination is a process I find most beneficial. You, yourselves, will withdraw once you realize that you are not up to the task.
This film is ambitious, mysterious, and thrilling at the same time. Part of why I've been a Kunle Afolayan fan is because of stories like this. Like, this is not a very Nigerian story, but it's easily one of the best Nigerian films out there. There's still some nothing is perfect, right? Nothing is perfect. Well, maybe except movies I gave 10/10 or 20/20. But none of them are Nigerian, so nothing is perfect. But this movie is splendid. It's really good. It's really good. The production looks amazing. The performances, like the fact that these people were speaking at times different African languages, and I still felt everything I was supposed to feel during the course of the film. This film didn't do anything perfectly, but it did a lot of things right. A lot. Yeah. So, anyways, rating, first class, but the proud kind. I haven't been keeping count, but I think this should be the last film on the list. So the last film on the list, Black Rose.
When good fortune smiles on people, it doesn't take away their smile. What's wrong with you? When you're beside that man, you behave yourself. Go. Ugo, I'm tired.
And this movie was a deceptive film. It's and like, it's not the newest, it's not a fresh story, it's not a story you've never seen before, but the way it presents this story, it really screws with your mind. Like Blossom, Chuku, Jeku. Blossom's performance was just, like, I've seen that guy in other films before, and the films were crap, but his acting was just fits with the type of film he was in. But like here, Blossom was, you'll be confused. You don't know whether to love or to hate him in the story, and it's done really well. Lillian Echelon, I don't know if that's an English. Why is the surname an English word, Madam? Explain. Her performance was, I mean, there were a few moments like when she was acting like a primary school student with a crush at the age of, I don't know, she seemed like an 18-year-old character. It was weird. It felt like a bit of overkill. But her performance was great. It was great. There were a lot of solid performances. The woman that played her mom in the film, all the drama of her mom. I can't remember the name of the actress. The person that played her mom, like, you know, it feels like they overact in Nollywood. Like they are overplaying things. Like, this is not how, like, obviously Nigerians will react to some things like this, but like, it's never to that degree that they show in Nollywood. But like, this woman was just, she was the perfect Igbo parent. I'm Igbo, kind of. So I've seen it, and she was like, there was nothing about how she took things that felt unrealistic to me. So performance is great. Story not original, but the structure was fantastic. Production, filming good, soundtrack just there. So overall, this was a mad movie. What I hated was the end. Like, you don't set up a dramatic story like this and then resolve it with God and Prince Charming. Well, you can if you set them up before, but you didn't. Like, they didn't set up. It didn't even occur to me that it was a religious family until the end when God let come and carpenter all their problems. So, anyways, this film, second class upper, it had a good run and then took a bit of a dive at the end. Kasanova, 2-1. Taxi Driver, this one is 2-1, but by accident. How could I forget Love is War? Also a 2-1, middle of the class 2-1. Then last on the list, for now, Half of Yellow Sun. It feels like blasphemy to call this thing a Nigerian film. It's a very Nigerian story, but it doesn't feel or look like a Nigerian film. Also, I would also give it second class upper. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. If you would like to see more movie reviews as they come out, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Let me know what was your favorite movie from the list in the comment section, and anything you think was great that I might have missed. Maybe I haven't seen it. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you had fun. Share with your friends. Let's get this thing going. Peace.